Welcome everybody. This is a breakdown of the Last Samba, which is a line dance which was danced to a song called The Last Dance. That particular song is hard to come by in the United States, so you can dance this routine to, or this line dance to just about any ballroom style samba. If you look in the credits, you'll see who choreographed it, and you'll see some links with the whole run through to a couple of songs so you can see where we're headed. Then come back here and take a look at how to break it down. We have 6 counts of 8. The first count of 8 starts off with a salsa basic. We're going to count that 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So if I take that sideways, it's your left foot goes, right foot goes. Okay, so that's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Then we're going to go out, out, in, cross. So I'm going to go left, right, left, right. The second left, right there is the start of a volta. We're going to be doing some voltas to the left. That's a samba step where you're going to dance on the ball of your left foot and then cross the right foot over. Side, cross, side, cross. I want to keep my right foot flat on the floor, step, cross, cross. I also want to keep my knees on their proper side, so don't get too carried away with traveling. You get kind of a funny look there. So again, I'm going 1 and 2, 3 and 4, out, out, in, cross, and cross, and cross. So 2 voltas. Then I'm going to start my next count of 8, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So I'm doing voltas back to the right. Same deal, you're on the ball of your right foot, bringing the left foot across in front. Okay? So let's start that again from the top. Our first count of 8 is 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We're going to turn clockwise now, a 3-step turn, 5 and 6. If you're really good or your music is slow, you can get a little hitch in there or a little tap. And then we're going to lock forward 7 and 8. A lock step is where you take a step forward, hook the other step behind, and forward. You want to make sure that you have your body weight forward enough to make that look good. Step, lock, step. You get too back weighted, you get this kind of funny look that we don't want. So make sure your rib cage is over the front foot. That's your first 2 counts of 8. Let's do them together. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, out, out, in, cross, and cross, and cross, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Let's move on to our third count of 8. The third count of 8 starts with a couple of walks. So ending the last little bit, we had our lock step. Your right foot will be free to start this. You have walk, walk, forward and back. That's a forward break. Then a backward lock. And a backward break. So I'm going to take that with my back to you. The end of our second count of 8 was the lock step, 7 and 8. You walk 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Again, I have, all right, my 7 and 8 is step, lock, step. So I have walk, walk, forward, break, backward, lock, backward, break. Of course, this will all be turned about a quarter of a turn from your first bit. So let's review the first 3 counts of 8. That's halfway through our dance. Here we go. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Let's move on to our fourth count of 8. Our fourth count of 8, we ended up back here. We just did our backward break, 7 and 8. We're going to start forward with the left foot. And we're going into what are called Corta Jacas. Corta Jacas are a heel and toe kind of a thing. Okay, it's another samba step. We're going to start with the left foot, and we'll take a step, walk. Then we have heel and heel and turn. Take that from this direction. The end of our last count of 8 was our back break, 7 and 8. You'll take one step, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, turn 5, hold the and. So we've got a little bit of a hesitation there. 6 and 7 and 8 and. So one more time. The end of our third count of 8 was 7 and 8. Then we have 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. 6 and 7 and 8 and. Okay? So let's do all of our 4 counts of 8 up to there. Starting from the beginning. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and. Okay? That brings us up to our 5th count of 8. I'm going to turn my back on you for that. We have our left foot free. We're doing, I think on the write-up I call them sort of twisty voltas, sort of a cross between a volta and a samba walk. We're going to do forward rocks, twisting to the left, twisting to the right. So I'm going to do 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. From the side, so you can see that a little better with the left foot free. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so that's our 5th count of 8. Let's start from the beginning and get all the way through our first 5 counts of 8. We've got one more to go. Here we go. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Walk 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Into the Corta Jacas. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. That brings us up to our 6th and final count of 8. We just did some of those twisty samba walks, and I'm going to do that from this direction. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Then facing that same direction, I'm going to do a side and together, side and tap. Let me take that from the other direction. This is our 5th count of 8, followed by the 6th count of 8 at the start of it. We did 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. You're going to do side and together, side and tap. Just tap that foot because we need it next. So we've got side and together, side and tap. And you can take the arms out with that if you like. Side and together, side and tap. Then we're going to do a turning volta. Your right foot is free. You're going to do walk, side cross, side cross, side cross. Turning 3/4 of a turn clockwise. So we talked about voltas. We've got walk. If I just did this straight, it would be walk and cross and cross and cross. But we're doing that turning. So you'll get your right foot free, step on your right foot, side cross, side cross, side cross. Getting 3/4 of a turn around. If you'd like to add some nice arm styling to that, you can do some Spanish arms there. You take that arm forward or back, maybe you take it out that way. Get some nice arm styling on that move. Okay? So again, our last our last count of 8, we just did to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, and I think if I turn it this way, that'll give you the best view. So starting with the 5th count of 8, it was to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, and I did that backward. Let's go back the other way. Let's go to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, and then 1 and 2, 3 and tap 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And you made it all the way to the end. Let's see if we can do the whole thing from the top. I'll start with my back to you with the first one. We have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, and 7 and 8, and 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. Turn 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Walk 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. We'll start over. I'm going to go through that one more time facing a different direction using words instead of using the counts, because sometimes that's easier for people to remember. So we have salsa, basic, out, out, in, cross, and cross, and cross. Kick, cross, and cross, and cross, and cross. Turn around, forward, lock, walk, walk, forward, break, backward, lock, backward, break. Then we have walk, heel and toe, and heel and pull, toe and heel and toe and twist to the left, twist to the right, twist to the left, twist to the right, side and together, side and tap, walk and cross and cross and cross. So I'll give you that to get you started. I hope you enjoy it. Check out the links below so you can see what it looks like with music. A lot more fun with a little bit of music. Give that a go.